Welcome to 2079 Old Hillsboro Road over here in Franklin, Tennessee. We're going to be looking at this absolutely beautiful, oh my goodness, am I excited to share this with you. This is a 3 beds, 4 baths. You've got 4,742 square feet. We happen to be sitting on over 20 acres of land. And oh my gosh, am I excited to share this with you. Not only do we have this beautiful home that you'll get a chance to be able to see, but we've got a full barn. We've got an old cottage style cabin as well. And the land happens to be sitting just moments away from the river and Leiper's Fork. I am so excited to share this with you. But hey, if this is your first time to the channel, let me just stop and say welcome. Again, my name is John Bourgeois. I am your Nashville, Tennessee real estate agent and really your resource for all things Nashville. So whether you're looking at a beautiful, stunning home like we're looking at today, or you're looking at a new home, you're looking to list, move, or even relocate, really want to be a resource for you. And I definitely want to make this be the easiest, smoothest process for you. Hey, if you're moving in the next 9 days or you're moving in the next 90, feel free to leave a comment below, or you can text me, email me, call me. Let's connect face to face. Figure out exactly what it is you're looking for and really just make this be the easiest, smoothest process for you. Hey, make sure you like, you subscribe, you turn on that notification bell. Notification bell is just going to make sure you're getting as much up-to-date content as possible throughout this entire process. Other than that, welcome to your new home. Now again, I mentioned that today we are here at 2079 Old Hillsboro Road over here in Franklin, Tennessee. And special thanks to Matt Vrechek and Gary Ashton for allowing us to go ahead and walk this for you guys on YouTube. Now this is an unbelievable property and definitely something that is super unique. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys. Make sure you stay to the end because I definitely walk and give you a full tour of the complete 20 acres of land. And yes, I mentioned 20 acres of land. If you're looking for something that's got the ability to have that luxury, timeless feel, but also be able to have a place where you've got your sheep, your horses, your fishing, and all the lifestyle that comes with being able to live here in Middle Tennessee, this is definitely that home. This is the Morningside farm. You're looking at a 3 beds, 4 baths. You got 4,742 square feet. Like I mentioned to you, you do have 20 acres of land, and this beautiful estate literally mixes the blend of historic charm with that modern luxury. The property actually happens to be moments away from the vibrant community of Leiper's Fork and downtown Franklin. If you've been following me for any length of time, you know Franklin is located in Williamson County, and Williamson County has been ranked time and time again as one of the best places to live in all of Tennessee, one of the best places to send your kids to school, and one of the best places for young professionals as well. Now this estate has a restored 4,742 square foot cottage style farmhouse. You've got a charming guest cabin with its own kitchen, living area, and loft bedroom. You've got these absolutely stunning views throughout the property. This is definitely an equestrian's dream here. And on top of all of this, probably one of the favorite things that I just absolutely loved about this property is you've got a historic 4-stall barn with hayloft and 2 additional barns as well. And I definitely got the chance to go ahead and say hello to the sheep that were on the property as well. This place is absolutely perfect for your horses, your livestock. Wanting to just kick your feet back, sip on your whiskey, enjoy the Harpeth River, fly fish, canoe, then this is the home for you. Other than that, enjoy your tour.
just wanted to take a moment and let the community know I'm very thankful for your patience. We have had some malfunction with our equipment, and so I know a couple of you have pointed out there does happen to be a dark spot. We've gone ahead and fixed that, but this video and the next one that will be released is definitely going to still have that piece, but because these properties are so unique, I didn't want you to miss out. I definitely wanted you to be able to experience them. But going forward, we have gone ahead and gotten that fixed, and so I just wanted to make you aware.
Bye.